Let's share. Welcome. We have a special guest I want you to meet. Morton, how are you, my dear? How are you, my son?
Mommy, I'm very fine. How are you there?
Looking good. I'm happy to see you.
Thank you so very much. I'm grateful.
Yes, we are grateful. We thank God. We thank God. So, guys, let's share. Let's share. Mwabuka shani, mwaikala shani, mutozi chwangi, mwachoma bwanji. Tell us where you're watching from. Itanani, gather here. We have a special guest. He's not yet here. He will be coming. Our special guest will be coming, guys. Let's just share, share, share. Special appearance, guys. Special appearance. Let's share, join in, join in, join in, join in. How was your week, Morton?
My week has been fine. The week has been very, very fine. And though there are a lot of things that is happening around.
Yes.
But God is grateful and God is so merciful.
Amen. Amen.
We shall cross over.
Amen. Amen.
Sure.
Welcome, guys. We have Morton here, and then we are also having another special guest is coming. Someone you've been wanting to see. Today he's on this platform. It's very exciting. Yes, I see you, Paul. In Kafue, Alex, I see you from Monze, Evaristo in Kawe, guys. Share, share, share. Let's join in, and we are excited today. We have our special guest. It's a surprise. I won't say his name. You just see him. He's gonna come in very soon. Wamba from Copperbelt, I see you. Caroline from Livingston. Thank you. Thank you, Matomola fans, for following Matomola page. We are over 94,000 people following Matomola. Continue following the page. Ask your friends and family to follow the page because, you know, we'll be sharing lots of information as we campaign and head into the general election, August 12th. So it's very important, guys. Share the page, like the page, invite your friends and family to follow Matomola TV. Okay, hi Melodious, I see you from Undola, Amos from Kabwe. Welcome, guys. Say where you're watching from. Mwana Kabwe, love you too. Stewart from Undola. Hi, guys. Hi, hi, hi. Justin from Lusaka. Nice to see you guys. Vayuthi, my children, I'm so proud of you. We are making history this year. Yes, 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 yes. Join in and share. We are just waiting here before we get started. We have a few topics to discuss. I know it's late at night over there, so take your time. We are not in a rush. Just relax and, you know, drink your coffee, your water. Himonga, how are you? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. So let's share, guys. Let's share, and follow. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Queen Pumi. If you have missed any of my broadcasts, they are all there on YouTube. And the good thing about YouTube is that, you know, the videos are there permanently. On Facebook, the videos are only there for 30 days and they get deleted. And then Facebook, you spend no more time because you have to surf and search. But YouTube, if you subscribe, you get an alert when the videos are uploaded, so you can watch them without spending time or burning your bundles to look for a video. So that's why YouTube is better than Facebook. Okay, guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Pethias, I'm fine. I'm fine, thank you, my son. Thank you for asking. Yes, Simakando, I see you from Itezi Tezi. One Zambia, one tribe, guys. That's what we are promoting. We are promoting one tribe, the Zambian tribe. Yes, that's why I'm here. Personally, I don't even know Mr. HH, but I am following UPND because we share the same vision. We have the same passion. We want to put value in human beings, not value in property. We want to put unity in diversity first. We want to increase Zambia's life expectancy. Zambia's life expectancy is 44 years old, and I am over 50 years old. Most of you youth, you are young. So looking at the current trajectory of the country, if things continue the way they are, you are not going to live past 44 years old. So that's why you have to vote for change. You have to vote for change because we want a government that can increase our life expectancy. And how is it going to increase our life expectancy? By providing free healthcare, affordable food, free education, good housing, clean sanitation, clean water, to invest in the people. So that's why we want the change, guys. In simple terms, we want change because we want to live longer. In simple terms, if you're having a problem, thinking why we need change, we want a government that is caring for the people so we can live longer. Here where I am, people are living 80 years, 90 years. This is a double life expectancy for Zambians. So as Zambians, we can have the same too. We have the wealth. Zambia is a rich country. So we can actually live longer if we have a government that is caring to enable us to live longer by providing the basic human rights. Hi, Kajoba. Today we're going to talk about the Hatembos and see if they if we should help them with political asylum. That is my main topic here. Seppo, I see you, Seppo from Durban. How are you? Adrian, I see you. Sylvia from Kitwe, I see you guys. Welcome, I love you so much. Matomola fans, you are the best. You are very loyal. There are people I see every day, even when Matomola was gone, you continued coming to the page. You didn't abandon him. Even though there was this strange woman who's running his page, you have accepted me and still following the page. So I appreciate that very much. I appreciate your loyalty to your young political advocate, Matomola. Yes, it's not easy because some people, they would have stopped following Matomola once they knew that Matomola was, Matomola is no more, he's in jail, they would have stopped following him. So yes, our special guest is here. My son, welcome. Oh my God, excellent. Yes. The floor is yours. Our special guest, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you so much, Comrade Morton. Good evening.
Good evening, my comrade. How are you there?
Yeah, Melody, can see you. Good evening, and Wellington, good evening, and good evening to my lovely fans and Mama. Good evening. We love you so much. You guys, you've been so much supportive to me. Hope I'm looking okay.
Excellent.
I'm not lost because of my malaria medication. Yeah, it's good to be here. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say, but I'm happy that I'm here. It's been rough for the past 2 weeks that I came out of custody, but your support, guys, your support has been so much remarkable. Your prayers, I don't know how I can thank you. It has just been so much amazing. A lot has been going on, and I'm happy to be on this platform to share certain things and my experiences in custody and a number of things, governmental issues. Yeah.
Welcome, welcome. I see some people. Melody, can you just introduce yourself, Melody? I see you there on the line. I see Wellington. Can you introduce yourself before we get started? Melody, is she going to speak? No, okay. Wellington, are you ready to speak? Say something. No, no. Okay, in opening, Morton, can you say something in opening? We are now getting started.
Yeah, I think first and foremost, I would love to extend my vote of thanks to our fans all over the world. I think now we are covering the world, and I would love to thank each one of you guys. You know, it's not easy like where we are in Zambia to spend a 5 kwacha on data. You know, 5 kwacha is budget now, as you are aware. Cooking oil now, the cooking oil for repacking is about 3 kwacha or so. So one has to take a 5 kwacha for cooking oil. Instead, one goes for the bundles. And so there is need to thank you enough. There's need, I don't even know how to thank you enough. But all I can say is, guys, let's make sure that we keep the fire burning. We need to change the government. This government, the current regime is a bad regime. It's a bad regime. So there is need to change government, and we can only do so by getting united. Thank you so much.
Amen, amen. So yeah, so we have our special guest is here. And before we start talking about the Hatembos, I'll just ask Honorable Matomola to tell us about his experience in the last, the 23 days he was detained. So Honorable, the floor is yours.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want to thank many stakeholders, individuals that really fought in demand for my release. It was not easy. In my entire life, I've never been detained for 23 days. The last detention I was detained at Charleston Police, I was there for 12 days, but this one went far beyond, 23 days, which was a serious violation of human rights. And many people have been asking on the platform, they have been asking, what did you do? What did you do for you to be found in incarceration? I want to confirm to the world and to the nation at large that it was not even a serious matter. It was political persecution. I was not arrested by the police to start with. I was cornered. In other words, I can say I was abducted by a group of over 30 PF cadres that came aggressively and violently, manhandled me at ShopRite, the main ShopRite in town, just along Cairo Road. I was held powerless, and they grabbed me and took me to Charleston, to Central Police. And from there, I was not told what charge, what offense I had committed. I was just handled in the hands of the police. And in the next 1 hour, there was a Land Cruiser with 3 police officers fully armed that came and took me to Kabata Police. So I stayed there for 4 days before I could know what exactly I had committed. It was not after 5 days that the police came and said that you insulted the president, you shot a video where someone was insulting the president, and so forth and so on. But what happened there was something very simple, where we went to capture our friends who were severely attacked and beaten by PF cadres. So instead of the police helping us, they ended up victimizing we, the victims. So I stayed there for 23 days. And there's a lot that was happening, because Kabata Police is the size of someone's bedroom in the Zambian context, where the place is mixed with a toilet and a bathroom. The place was so much overcrowded. It was congested. People could not sleep. We could not sleep there. There is no sleeping. We were meant to use the same toilet, to use the same place for sleeping. Kabata police, we were not sleeping. Sometimes they could deny us access to meet our lawyers. They could also deny us access to medication. They could also deny us access to meet our family members. I began seeing my family members and my lawyers after I spent 17 days in custody. The place is not much conducive. There are no beds and mattresses. It is very much bad in a way that mosquitoes are all over. There are no blankets, and that is the reason why probably when I came out, I was diagnosed with malaria, because there are too many mosquitoes. The conditions are very pathetic. So one thing that was surprising is that the police officers could not care how many we were in custody. So they kept bringing people, and the highest number that we recorded at Kawata police was somewhere about 65. Now imagine 65 people are seated in a room, okay, where in the same room is a toilet, the same room is a bathroom, and there they are also eating. Okay, it was by the grace of God that we survived such amounts of torture. Okay, and sometimes, as you saw, there's an image that went viral on Facebook where I was captured behind the bars. That was a small window that we could use to talk to our lawyers. That was a small window that we could use to talk to our family members. That same window that you saw, every instruction, there was no privacy. You could not. That was the same window that we could use to speak to our people after 17 days. So the experience there where the experience was very bad. But one thing so exciting that I learned is that people everywhere in Zambia, they want change. Because even there in custody, we continued to preach the message of hope. We continued to remind our fellow youths that, look at how we are being exploited. There is need for change. When we were there in custody, we could have lessons about governance. We could speak about a number of topics, and a lot of young people in custody had made up their mind, and they have made their mind to vote out this current regime. Because then we had people who had stayed there for over 80 days for just stealing spoons, okay, at Pick and Pay. We had people who were just found at night and they could spend weeks there. We had the cell captain, who had stayed there for 4 months, in custody without being, formally charged. So these were some of the concerns that we had. And even me, the concerns I greatly had with my family, you people and the lawyers, was that I was being denied police bond. Every time when the lawyers and my family and the party people, they go to Central Police, the arresting officer would switch off his phone, and sometimes he would run away. I was gotten 3 on and caution statements because the police could not know which case to give me. So the first week they gave me proposing violence. After 1 week, they came and said defaming and insulting the president. After another week again, that's when they came again and said proposing violence. So they couldn't know which case to fully charge me. But in a nutshell, in conclusion, I want to say that my arrest was so much political because they were calculating it in a greater way that they wanted me to miss the adoption process in my ward. So at the time that I came out, I had found that the adoption process in my ward had already passed. They were buying time, they were delaying me, an opportunity for me to mobilize and to meet with the grassroots. But it was an opportunity for me to be very much strong, because then I remembered people like President Akande Chilema, who had been in custody for more days than I was in custody. So that is what kept encouraging me. Yeah.
Thank you very much. That is very touching, It's very, very touching and very unfortunate, because Zambia is a democracy and our human rights are violated. And me personally, I would like to work with the UPND so that we can start a human rights organization to visit all prisons in Zambia and talk to every prisoner in there, you know, and demand their release. Like everyone who is being held more than 48 hours should be released. It's now prosecuted, because that is abuse of human rights. So it's really sad. But you know, we are happy. You are my little lion. You've made it. You are strong. You know, it's good we can smile today, but we were crying. So
yeah,
guys,
thank you so much. You guys have been so much supportive. You know, I also wish to thank some police officers that were supportive, who could give us their phones to check through our Facebook pages to see this is what your people are saying out there. I really salute you, police officers, who went outside your way to just assist us to see what was happening you know, around the world, and those that were bringing papers.
How are you?
It was nice. Yeah.
Mr. Masino, how are you?
I'm very fine, sir. How are you today?
I'm fine, long time.
Thank you. Sure, it's been long. Huh?
Okay, I'm glad that I'm also on the meeting.
Sure. You're welcome.
okay. Well, we are all excited, guys. Join in. I've posted the link. If you want to join us, I've posted the link. So today we are here to talk about the Hatembos and if they need a political asylum. So before we can talk about Morton, you can start. Let me just pull up my document about the human rights. Let's talk about the Hatembos and do they need a political asylum and why? So the ball is in your court, Morton.
Sure. Thank you, viewers, and thank you, the moderator. And I'm humbled to be also among the people that are going to articulate issues this evening. What I just want to say is that, you know, Zambia is not Uganda to start with, where people has to be abducted, where people's rights has to be violated. Zambia is known for peace. Zambia is a beacon of peace, a beacon of love, and a beacon of unity. And I'm sure this is the reason why most people in diaspora, most people in the outside world, they used to come to Zambia, like seeking for work permits. We used to see a lot of them. But as the case may be today, we've lost many people that are supposed to bring about development that they are practicing from the outside world into our own country. I think this all is not about us, the Zambians, but it's about the leadership that we have at the currently. This leadership, Vamayo, is not a leadership that one has to trust. It's not a leadership that one has to trust. It's a leadership that is
Are you there? Yeah. You are breaking up, Morton.
Leadership. Yeah, I'm here. I think I just received a call from some guys. From some
okay,
fans.
okay.
Yes.
That's fine.
So,
you can go ahead.
Hatembo. Hatembo. Now it a lot of tension in our country. And it is very surprising that umuntu I like expressing myself in vernacular. Because
go ahead, yeah, any language you want to use, no problem.
You find that abantu bamo out of greedy hearts, because bari chitaheti umuntu because of their past egos, and so ichalo chonse chichuliremo. No. And you know, the PF guys have capitalized on this issue. Chintu chimwecho bakwete chakwe bati chintu kuti chabafwa to make sure that President Hakainde Hichilema does not appear on the ballot on the 12th of August as as Zambia chooses the leadership. So bambo kulabo mfyo muntu mo uyo uyirango kwe bati ali kwatako bwishibiro bwa bwina Kristo, because ama address yabo yonsayo bapanga bamayo balya balakwata lyonse ukuchita quote the Bible. But I'm so surprised because I'm sure even those fallen angels from heaven, they also know the Bible very well. But to me, chirango kukana ba fair. The reason being that ili actually avena Hatembo bama, it's not an issue that ichalo numba tulefiro kushita comment pafintu ifinga tupero buyantanji tuambe time and again is commenting about the Hatembo, is commenting about what. No, what crime has President Hakainde Hichilema, what crime did President Hakainde Hichilema committed pakushite farm kubantu? Because if your chava nangu ni nebo ninkwata plot, elo plot yandi ikulu kuti na ichita subdivide plot, kuti na ichita subdivide nangu ni ingashicha plot lelo kuti ichita subdivide if yo avena Hatembo bachitire nomba ba President Hichilema kuyashita fi farm Likwanya. Okay, Likwanya. So ichilipo kwena ni greedy ero bamayo abale chitapusha bena Hatembo. It is very surprising to say bamayo aba basungi abena abana baba Hatembo, abana baba mayo ba feruna Hatembo, abantu abakulu n'omwana omulwere ishishi bepamya abonga balasunga kwa abana banshiwa or any relatives from family yabo ero bese basunge aba abantu, then bamayo abana beshibikwa sana kubufi, you know. That's why we are saying we don't need to trust this woman anymore as Zambians. And it is this mouth, this woman's mouth, that is going to bring about, if you never to expect mkajaka charities. You see the hate that she has, but if President Hakainde Hichilema, tatuishi byoko hatred yafuma. Okay, but mayaba na bonse bakulu ero yumbi umwana tashitana afford ukuyima yeko kuya ku toilet ero bamayo bana wakwe kwena kuti bakwanisho kuyasunga omwana wakwe bachapo aliyepo alebombera fifyonzi, then baisa batu bepo kwe bati no Hichilema nati na ba polisi kumuikata therefore na ya kuntono kane ku South Africa, butikira ku South Africa. But President Hakainde Hichilema is a man and a half. Me, I'm a man with a trouser, but President Hakainde Hichilema is a man and a half. Is a man with a trouser and a half. The reason why is president Lyonsenga wata someone ku police vale mabai to alavene kulia baya ba comment. He has never tababu tukapo mukataka charoche. So I think pama politicians abengi aba abapo muri kinwe cyaro abona umfu apo no kumona President Hakainde Hichilema has shown that he has shown and he has exhibited true leadership, whereby the President babati fya alansanga kafinsangi is very strong, is a very brave, courageous and very strong man. So ilili ashiria ba mayobana wako ili avena Hatembo ili obakwetemo so much touch talingalenga ba President Hakainde Hichilema ukufuma mukataka chalo chesu noko. Then the other thing is ba President Hakainde Hichilema is a very matured man. It does not respond then to nonsense. It doesn't do that. Bala baleko muntu asabaira nga babatwala ku koti so far futi bali filirwepo kutupera ma exhibits pali ilya inganda yali mabanki baleta accuse ba President Hakainde Hichilema. So bana wakwiba bafyo kushita accuse ba President Hakainde Hichilema ilyo tatulelanda po ilyo ba President tabalelanda po, then she's taking it for granted. She's taking that for granted. So I think President Hakainde Hichilema should not tolerate this nonsense anymore from this the queen of lies, Madam Nawakwi. I think that is what I can say for now.
Okay, thank you so much. Honorable Matomola, so yesterday we saw Banawakwi at a police station. She said she went to give a statement because she's scared to say she's being accused of going after the Hatembos. So she's scared that she might be accused of killing the Hatembos if the Hatembos are found dead. What is your comment on that? She spent 3 hours in a police station giving a statement, and from there, I think the police, they want Mr. HH to go and give a statement. What is your comment on that?
Well, thank you so much. To start with, I want to say that I was privileged. I was privileged to be in the same cell with the mayor of Mazabuka, Honorable Vincent Lilanda, and the mayor of Choma, Honorable Moloka, together with others who were accused of abducting the Hatembos. So I spent some time with them because they actually spent, they were detained for longer days than I was detained because they stayed for 31 days. So I left them in custody. But the days that I was there, we exchanged a number of notes. We talked here and there, and I could sense, okay, that this whole story is propaganda because the accused people openly said it, that the Hatembos have not been abducted. The Hatembos are free people. These are people, okay, who are just being used by the state, especially sponsored in Edith Nawaki to claim that they are abducted. As you saw that few days later, they came out in the open and said, we are not abducted. It is the Edith Nawaki who is pardoning rumors that we are abducted. Okay. When I came out, I came to discover that what Honorable Vincent Lilanda, the mayor of Mazabuka, said was very true. I want to say that we should not ignore a fool who comes to throw stones at your house. Ofunda akabwera pa nyumba pako ambotema miyala. You are not going to say nichofunda chirekeni. Azakwanya mawindo. Okay. Madam Edith Nawaki cannot be ignored. The rumors, the accusations that she's peddling must not go unnoticed. And I want to update people that right now, the legal team through Honorable Jack Mwimbu has sued Madam Edith Nawaki to give information on her accusations that HH is mentioned in a murder case where some people are alleged to have spoken through the court that HH sent them to kill somebody. That is a serious allegation against our president. And that is the reason why the legal team has decided not to keep quiet and they have sued her. Okay. I want to say that Madam Edith Nawaki has always failed in her politics. I also mentioned here some time back that she has failed in her marriage. One of the critical ways that we see successful women in the world is how they are managing their homes. Because if you fail to manage your home, you fail to have a reasonable man to marry you, then you cannot claim to come and lead the nation if you fail to even lead your own political party. Madam Edith Nawaki is a sponsored and a hired, individual to disturb the operations of the UPND. Instead of us focusing on other things, we should be focusing on Madam Edith Nawaki. She has failed as a politician, and that is the reason why I'm not a feminist. There are a lot of women who have said, no, give us an opportunity to read. But I've always said that leadership must not be given to you because you are a woman. Leadership must be given to you because you are capable. Okay? Mwema fellow women, NGOCC. Okay? We don't want you to be speaking when there's a GBV case. No. You women's lobby groups, NGOCC and various organizations, I think this is a time for you to rise up and castigate your fellow woman who has continued to speak hate against one individual. The state has also failed to apply their own pieces of legislations that they have enacted, such as the cyber bill. Because what Madam Edith Nawakwi has been doing on President Hakainde Hichilema is cyberbullying. So we don't know whether this cyber bill is applied selectively. When this bill started as championed by Captain Tokozile, a fellow woman, I thought that it was going to be applied fairly. But that woman has been cyberbullying our president as if she was once the girlfriend who was refused by President Hakainde Hichilema. The leadership of UPND, we in the leadership of UPND, we have vowed not to tolerate the nonsense that Madam Edith Nawakwi has been practicing on our party. We are also going to ask questions. If she's going to continue asking questions on our president, we are going to come up with a commission of inquiry to find out how Major Christian Hatembo, who was the president of FDD, how he died, okay, and how she took over the presidency of FDD. We are also going to ask questions on the Mezgate scandal. She must tell us how much she pocketed from that scandal because she's mentioned in that scandal. We are also going to ask how she felt in her marriage. But we are not going to waste all this time because the Zambian people, they want to find out why the price of minimum has failed to be reduced. Zambian people want to find out why policemen are being abused. Zambian people want to find out why certain people who bear Lozi names, who bear Tonga names, who bear Ruvare names have been demoted from their positions. Others have not received their promotions because they are accused to be UPND. Zambians, they want to find out when the retirees are going to be paid their money. Zambians, they want to find out when load shedding is going to end, even when there's water in the Kariba Dam. These are the things that Zambians want to find out. So, me, I want to conclude that Madam Edith Nawakwi is a masquerade, okay? She is a new dancer who is being put, okay, in a dance of the PF, whereby when they see us moving this way, there's a new that comes to dance so that our attention should be distracted. We should be focusing on our dances. Zambian people are wise. And me, I want to submit finally that such women like Madam Edith Nawakwi, you men, never should you marry a woman like Madam Edith Nawakwi. She is a true definition, like Sia1 says, of God forbid. So that is what I can say on this position.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know, I think our country have been reduced to anarchy or lawlessness. I was just listening to Honorable Topson Kunda's, you know, live, and he shared that he drove to 2 or 3 police stations, and wherever he went, the police officers were scared to give him a police report because he mentioned that he is a UPND. They all refused. In Mukushi, they didn't give him a police report. He came to Lusaka at Emersdale police station. They refused to give him a police report so that he could be treated at the hospital. So guys, that's why we are saying we need to change this government. We need to change this government. We can't be living in a country where police officers are fearing to execute their duties, you know? We can't be living in a country where the Inspector General is out there and he said that Topson Kunda was lying and he wasn't shot. Honorable Kunda just came up and just said that he was shot. Meanwhile, the IG of police issued a statement that Topson was lying. This is the country we are living in, and this is why we are saying we need to change, because Zambia is a democracy. and currently our country is being run down.
Can I just add on something there?
Mm-hmm.
I just want, it's a pity. Sango kwebati abantu abalingirio kuba my friends babantu, like the police. They are now the enemies of the people. What I mean here is this. Ngachakwebati ne banchita attack. Abenga mpokolola ni wakapokola. Tema soja awe, not wa Zambia army.
Home
But wa
affairs.
police.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Home affairs.
Beko ndingiri okubutukira kulya n'okweya kwata kweshuko. Yeah, kwebati kuti banchita treat. Now, the Zambian people have lost confidence in the Ministry of Home Affairs because of what the head of the department is behavior is not a good one, whereby abantu balando kwewati, show me your friends and I will show you who you are. Okay? Now, if their boss could behave that way, what about the junior officers, the people that is leading? A person who doesn't have respect to kuchindiko kwewati inimfumu, a person who doesn't have respect to kumono kwewati abantu n'abakwatensa mbusha kuchita, the problem is this. Mu police mwali wa abantu abasambirira bwino sana. I have got police officers who are my friends. They are learned guys. Bali kwatana training itunturu bwino sana. Bali bakansha bwino evya kuchita hando abantu nama situation nama circumstances. But the problem is the police now twala mwena fe kuba kalamba aba police. Wizi. Obviously the people abantu to suspect to go at should be a cadre, because a person who is not performing like kuchita side na kadarism, then he would just allow him na paka to making sure that justice justice prevails. Then you muntu na kwatenza mbunga achene kokuya bayamupera medical, because it is medical is sula wa doctor kwa to take examine. Now without a medical, one would die on the way. And one would die even in Edu Africa hospital, because takwe tensa mbusha kwebati bali abantu ba mandated nefundo kwati bamushite examine uli omuntu. So if one like Thompson Kunda could be denied the medical report, then we are suspecting to say that the people sent those guys to go and do harm could be Thompson Kunda. To me, because umuntu ngachakwati ba Hello?
Yes, continue.
Yeah, ngachakweba to muntu fintu chitika, then abana panganda they are misbehaving. Ero we wish you are not tawule bachita temu abana kubafunde fyo bali ingiriyo kuba, then you are in support like bamanamu kwa tomu anapangana. Ayayi bakuli baneba. Ero lya bamupepeka isa ingira munganda mumieno. Ero mwayibina pamwijino kwa mokolando kwati ni omwana wanditeba. Okay? Umwana wenu ayatoba ula abantu inguma kulya apuma ula abantu yalewera tawo ni omwana wandita kwa talubuli. What picture are you trying to portray kubantu nefyo mulesta defend umwana wenu bushe fintu fitunturu nanguyo? So twaisa mukusango kwati mwala sango kwati the president is ever he has never condemned this. Ero nangu ni amarabishi vifintu sika kuli wa mayo bana waku. The president was supposed to come out to kwati bairangi bamoneke kubantu kwati is not in it. To me bana waku kwati bale kwata ili yonsa makana energy ya kulala ndafilia. The president knows something. Because the president is the father of the nation. Despite whatever happened in 2016, despite whatever happened in 2017, he is the one who has been given the instrument of power. and is the person who can even tell the police to say, Mwina Zambia you have to handle him because he's a Zambian, despite belong to different political parties. Views up but we are all Zambians. Now ngachakweba police barechta side ngachakwati ni PF we watch tefio. Then ngachakwati aya kulia baya mutangata. UPND is a patient of leprosy. Muntu otechi bachite hando ba police na nguku mutangata. Then where are we going in where is our country heading to? Is the reason why we are saying there is a newborn dictator in this country. Dictatorship yota tuishiwe iyo dictatorship ni mberere muntu mofu elia masako ya mberere pamubili. Ale moneko kwa Mwina Kristu while in his heart is a dictator. Because once the president says this, that is policy. That's why the president tawabe advise kulanda chilanderande. But president Inga Balanda is a final person. But president Inga Balanda kwati I want the police to come to take size in some bushavan to win or once if you have a Zambia wadi waiko, be it UPND, be it PF. Then we are not going to see such kind of things that were happening Kuriba Thompson Kun. Then we cannot see behavior, bad behavior na mama zako ete wa mayo ba nteno kani bana wako. Teti ba mayo bana wako bali ndo kwati abantu they abducted abantu tababo kuli konse baba fisa kunganda kuli akainde ichirema. Busheba mayo bana wako bafwayo kuya ingira mu munganda muri ba akainde ichirema. Era pakwati ba mayo bana wako bese mkwambo kulando kwati I'm challenging akainde to meet me pa police. Who is she? Who is she to invite a president akainde ichirema okuya kumanya ba common na wakwi pa police station? Who is she? Who is she?
Okay. Yes. Thank you, Morton. I have Edison. So Edison, get ready. My question to you, I want a comment by Edison. So the Hatembos, before they went into hiding, the Kuchoma police station, police patrol, we are being threatened, we need protection. Choma police Hatembos, we cannot protect you because your case is sensitive. Go to another police station. So these are the situations that are coming to light. But police, they are scared of doing the duty which they are sworn to do, is to serve and protect all Zambians equally. Can you comment on that, Edison?
My comment on this one is that I've seen that this is the new strategy that the PF are using because the more that the Hatembo and the Edith Nawakwi have the case with the Hakainde Ichilema, the more themselves they are campaigning. So if you waste time on those cases like Nawakwi, then we are going to lose. So what we want to do is if you are an MP, councillor, wherever you are, let's start mobilizing our voters and start telling them the truth, because that is just a matter of wasting time that the Nawak is bringing in.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Matomola, Honorable, you have your hand up. The floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you so much. I want to say that what is more important for us as a party is to continue mobilizing. This is a tactic of divide and rule, which our friends are doing, because they are busy distributing bicycles in the rural areas. They have further gone on to distribute money. As you saw, they are dishing out money, and they want to keep us busy with illegal jargons of their temples. But just a comment on that one. If there are people in this country that need political asylum, it is their temples. Because these people will be killed at any time in cold blood. And the state, I don't know, they can accuse anybody. Okay. It might not be the state who will kill them. Some people somewhere, unknown people, who kill them. And I'm telling you, the day that those people will be killed, there will be anarchy in this country because there will be blame game. Everyone will be accusing a certain individual to say you are the one who has killed them. So we are charging you with murder. And that person who will be accused might be a candidate in the presidential elections. If there are people that need political asylum right now, immediately. That is why we are saying that the Human Rights Commission, they are not working. That is why Amnesty International, we are appealing to Amnesty International to come on board and put these people in safe hands. Let them be safe and free to express themselves. When Pirato was victimized, Pirato ran to South Africa. Okay. Some of us, we have been oppressed. Very soon, I will apply for asylum if I see that things are too much. Okay. The same Hatembos we are talking about, people went there in plain clothes and went there to beat them up, forcing them to sign. They mentioned it. They were forced to sign a petition for the matter to be taken to the Supreme Court, the land issue. So we are appealing to the Human Rights Commission. We are appealing to Amnesty International. We are appealing to women's organization. Where are you? Where are you? NGOCC, Women's Lobby. You are seeing how Feruna is suffering. Her voice has shrinked. You can even see that this woman is suffering. There's no freedom. Okay. Civil society organizations, Action Aid. Yeah. Where are you? These are organizations that claim to be representing people, to be speaking for the rights of people. The rights of Feruna, the rights of the Hatembos have been infringed. These are people that need asylum. In fact, if it was in other countries, these people could have been taken out of the country. Okay? Until this matter is sorted out. Okay. Because every time when they come out and they say, we have not been abducted, another person goes on the radio and says, no, these people, the conference room where they were speaking, it looks as if they were on gunpoint. Someone was behind them. Their demeanor doesn't look very well, meaning even at the time that they were speaking, the statement, they were speaking on duress. These people are traumatized. We need those organizations. We need government to have mercy. Office of the Public Protector, Office of the DPP, protect these people. Okay? Protect these people. Let their rights be heard. That is what I can say, Madam Pumi.
Thank you so much. And for me, I can just say that we all watched that video when they were pleading. That was a plea for help. And since I watched that video, I have not had peace. I understand Tonga, my mother is Tonga, so I translated that video into English. But what I would like to say is, number one, whoever watched that video, all of us, if something happens to the Hatembos, their blood is on our hands, because that was a plea of help. That's point number one. Whoever watched that video and did nothing about it, especially people who are in positions of making a decision to protect them, if the Hatembos die, the blood is in your hands. We cannot be sleeping at peace to watch that video and think everything is okay in our country. Second, those Hatembos, they are being mocked. I have seen people making jokes to say it is stage D, they are not what. I'm like, really? This is heartbreaking. That Barcelona, Mbuya, she's a grandmother. How can a normal human being make up such a story? Eh? Zambians, we are better than this. But Human Rights Commission, today I am pleading with you, go and extract the Hatembos and take them into safety. The government should have safe houses where they can host such people who are being persecuted for political reasons. So today I'm just appealing to all Zambians. If anything happened to the Hatembos, The blood is in all of our hands because we saw that video where they were pleading. That is a grown woman. She's a grandmother, for crying out loud. She's a grandmother. Right now, I feel like crying. But they are being mocked to say, you know what, they are kidding for the sake of greed, because somebody wants to eliminate someone from a ballot. Is it worth it to torment human beings like that? It's a maximum abuse of human rights I've ever seen. And we have to put a stop to that. Yesterday, I sent an email to the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. Zambia, we don't have a office for the High Commissioner for Refugees. We have to report these matters directly to Geneva in Switzerland. I am saying this because I'm a human rights consultant, and I cannot just sit and watch human beings be tormented by a woman who has a hatred for another man's husband. And you know, we have to do something, people. We have to do something. Like Honorable Matomola said, if the Hatembos die, we are all murderers. It's not one person, because we saw that video, they were crying and pleading for help, and that is not staged. So I end here. I see JS, do you have a comment? Anyone else want to comment on this Hatembo case? It's emotional. It's very emotional. Like, what kind of people are we? We call ourselves a Christian nation. What kind of a Christianity are we worshiping? What kind of Jesus do we worship?
Vamai.
Oh, Mandi, I feel like crying.
You know what? Hello there, panel. One thing that I would like to add, like Comrade Matomola alluded earlier. It's heartbreaking for sure. But nangula we muntu lechita cling kumwana kashuku kene. Ulefu ayo mwana kashi ero mwana kashi takukwatira amakwalitiza ayo afwaya mumu aume. Ero lea ule ibika pofye. Ukaisanga mumirandu at one time or the other, because but 2 of August PF is going. And now is the time, because the Zambian people have refused. They are saying we cannot go to bed with PF, no. Okay, there's too much suffering in this country. How many people have died? Njebeni kumwe bantu bakwalesa mwe baletamba mwe tulina mwe papane. Ever since bachiruba bateke chalo twali mweni abantu kola bashutanga bakapoli like that. The cause is not anybody else but this very evil woman. Na wako ndi tayari. Imiropa shabali abantu bali abana balechula. They have left families. Those people are suffering. Not just Feluna and Milton Hatembo, no. Look at the Vespers. That lady, that girl, that Yunza student, lelo so life ya kwenga request. You know, every death is a loss. Kuri fofwe na Zambi. Umuntu uri onze muzambi wafu whether kanya as a result of amatia gasi and the like. How many people have died in this country? People were bent. Vale oche wa bantu bamukuri kefitaira mu musebo mulandu wa gasi. Abantu twalire kokulala mayanda twalela ala n'abana pama sitting room. Honestly speaking, abantu walire kokulala for the space of 3 to 4 months. We are not sleeping. Balire kabantu kwenda ushiku kwenda bachakolo kwenda and ama prostitutes, their businesses yali onaika. Many prostitutes vale kwate fya kulya yo because vale kwatengana senda mukabene apa ayambere ko fya kulya PF tayingishe kwa abantu inchito. It is only prostitutes are benefiting mu PF. Slay queens, you see. So even prostitutes were complaining abengi bali ingira munkongole tabareri pirama rentos ya menshi bali amba no kulalo mwafita because amabazi chunguro 19 hours ule tali akwato wakulisenda nishu muntu nabutuka kali okusensero ko yakungani. At least if you ko fya abantu fyali bako maintained because order epo yali mu mayanda abantu bale abwangu mukumonenganda ukutino kumocha. Look at how many people ama businesses yao na ikama shops. Abantu bali salanga na mashopu kula sampe fintu as long as bakusanga olendo bushikunishiwe wafwa. And then the Zambian people were saying, okay, balita commission bali panga commission of inquiry to find out bambi wale amba no kuipompa. These same guys from people were saying, we know the masterminders of gassing, and no report up to date up to now. Fyonze village tika muchalo ngachakwata tulekwata ama report. The truth is the government obviously they know what is happening. So many people's lives has been lost. Many business has been drained like no man's business. Abantu bali ona ule fintu fingi apape nefye ba anko bashitasira bateka Zambia okufuma mu 2015 to date. Many people have lost businesses, many people have lost lives, many people have been killed, and so on and so forth, to mention but a few. Now what kind of leadership is this? Tell me, what kind of leadership is this? We cannot have reports. We cannot have what? We cannot have what? Wengi abantu abafuire at the expense of PF. Otherwise, the only cry here to Kwetaba Zambia. Ababa mdara bafuire fibaya. 12 August, PF must part. PF must go. No matter how much intimidation, so far they are planning to say they should arrest President Hakainde Hichilema. Nakaidi baka yefukulule fiulu kulia kumako ya kwa Hakainde Hichilema. So far na abambo kupanga ama evil plans whereby they should plant ifimo kunganda kwa Hakainde Hichilema so that they arrest him. Such kind of nonsense, we don't need to tolerate such kind of things. This government has been there since independence. People have been living in harmony and peace. At least nga kuchula bena Zambia bachula kokuli fimonoti abena Zambia tule monoko bale balo Paula kwati ni bachanga kumutwe ukula balasa ule mfute. We don't need the lion as a leader. Tatulingira okukwata omuntu ngenkalamu. Abantu bale mutina kwati nenkalamu just because he's president. Mwishina lya kwina Kristo nomba emo balafisa fyonse. You should remember, viewers, that church chubandoshi ama ule mukasanga mu church pasande bale shana no kushana bale pera no mutulo. Some of these leaders in government, they are husband snatchers. Bama chinibana ni relation.
Jezebel's Obrigo.
They are Obrigos of the time. You see, they are husband snatchers. No mbanga mwati mumone myewo shavo ni bafya kolwa bene nga bakolwa abarume bawala ilishanya de yuko batine kunganda omfira bachite ni bacha kolwa bengi. The leadership that we have now, we don't have decent leadership. We don't have. The only person that the Zambian people can trust, and this is why we are saying President Hakainde Hichilema will be the first best president ever in this country. Why? Because he has kept his family well. And this is a fake news. President Hakainde Hichilema is a prayerful man. He's got a hand. He's assisting a lot of people.
Okay, Edison, the floor is yours. Edison?
Yeah, fyo twafira okuchitafira ku campaign ile kwaika because firi abali panga intimidation bena, the more we have case with them, the more bena bali amukupira empia no kubepa abantu atechi befita mupira atina shitisha famu what a lot of things. So na ifenga tuli makansela or MP, whatever constituency that you are, let's also start campaigning. That will help us.
Can I say something?
Sure,
Let me just
yes.
come in.
Who
I'm done.
are we? Do we have the pleasure of joining us? JS, what's your name?
Yeah, my name is John.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Welcome,
please.
John.
Okay. Thank you so much. You know, what's happening really in this country is a bit surprising because there's one big voice that is making all the noise. That is from Madam Edith Nawakwi. Are you sure we don't have any other people that know the truth about this matter? Or why is it that the police are not showing any signs of trying to resolve this matter by probably following up on these videos that have been shown where the Hatembos are, and also trying to find out why is Nawakwi so vocal on this issue? Because I think I remember I heard you saying that they're not related. Hatembos and Nawakwi are not related. But why is she showing so much interest in this issue? Is there something that
Just come in on that one. Let me just come in just a little bit there. I just want to say that this story about Nawakwi, why Nawakwi is so much concentrating on this issue, it is because it borders on the presidency of Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. It borders on the issue of slapping President Hakainde Hichilema with it matters to do with theft, matters to do with obtaining by false pretense, matters to do with buying something fraudulently so that is disqualified from standing, because she brought out this issue on many years ago, where she was leading the probing of President Hakainde Hichilema's assets. She brought out the issue of Rima Bank, and she brought out the issue of the farm in Kalomo. She wants to justify her claims that President Hakainde Hichilema bought assets fraudulently. Okay.
Yeah, no.
And that is the reason why in the previous press briefing she was saying, no, this man was buying properties from dead people. But according to the laws of this country, there is no law that prevents me from buying a property of a person who is deceased, provided that property is in the hands of other people. Okay.
No,
so,
but Matomola. Sorry to interrupt you, Matomola.
Yeah.
What my main issue really is that, are we the very few people that are interested in politics, or the educated lot out there that are just waiting for somebody to die because they are not politicians? Because the way things are, it seems that just a very few group that is talking about this issue. You get my point. Let's look at even from the legal aspect. The lawyers are quiet. Most technocrats that would expect to hear their voices on these issues, they're all quiet. Things are getting expensive in the markets. Everybody, all those that are in formal employment, be private, be government, they are quiet. What does that mean? But they expect that person who's on the street to go and make the noise for them. Because at the end of the day, the benefit is not for the people on the street, it's for the entire citizenry of this nation. Yes. So what I'm trying to say is that at the end of the day, it's like the people that are fighting for politics. We can count them. But why is it like this? Look at it when Tayali wakes up and says he wants to hold a press conference. I want to guess if ZNBC goes there, they take their microphone there. But when the other people want to voice out things, when other people want to voice out, which is they would call it's a negative against government, all because it's not in their favor. The microphones will be censored. One or two microphones will be taken forward. So at the end of the day, all my main concern on this, on the way we are going, is that we've got generations that are coming after us. Zambia is bigger than anybody else. Zambia will continue to be there if after anybody else. So why don't we make things right by waking up, standing up and saying, this is not right. I know today is politics of the belly, but I think there's more that we can do beyond that.
Yeah. Let me maybe just come in a little bit on JS comment. JS, your contribution is valid. And thank you so much that you've come up with such kind of valid points. But my contribution to that one, my contribution over that one is that, you know, bakalamba ba jesi isabi ukubola ditendekera kumutu. Umutu esa binga liabola. Mfire mwaishi ukuwa tisa bilionse liarambira kumutoro liakula isa kumubili ukupakalise libole nombo mubilionse. Now, the thing is this. Abavonsa abantu ba JS mwalando kwebat natukwata baliso natukwata tuma groups utuliso, all these groups that we're talking about, including the Human Rights Commission, they are appointed by who? By the president. The police, they follow orders from their chief the chief office of the armed forces, that is the president. Then these all other things, our lawyers, I think you've seen, there is no way by JS umuntu ulinga na wakuwa kwata political party yakwe alefiro kulandira kwa bena Zambia the expensive price commodity ya cooking oil. She's every day attacking the fellow opposition. Look at Tayari. Tayari's got also a political party. Look at Ntewewe. All these guys now, they have become they've now turned into a spokesperson of the PF. So all these are political surrogates of the PF, such that there is nothing good that may come out of their mouth. There's nothing good that may come out of their brains to say because they are all appointed by who? By the president. I'm sure this all saga on some issues, it is the president who is supposed to step in now. No, enough of this nonsense. Let us follow this. Let us follow that. But you know the reason why Hakainde Hichilema has been on topic. They know the PF to say, should Hakainde Hichilema appear on the ballot, then that is the time, that is the moment that Edgar Lungu and PF is going to leave State House.
Yeah,
and
true.
so now sponsoring in Tewewe, now sponsoring Tayari, now sponsoring Edith Nawakwi, all to find the fault, so that they make sure that Hakainde Hichilema does not see a day on 12th August.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so guys, we are up, our hour is up, so I'm just going to make a comment and each one of us can wind down 2-3 minutes. So John, what you said is very important. The government is controlling all media, so we are seeing that Nawakwi is being covered. That's why whatever she says is all over because of her coverage. Everyone in the opposition, like UPND, we are not receiving coverage. So it's very difficult for UPND to disperse information. So that's number one. Nawakwi is has a coverage advantage. And number two, that is their campaign slogan. So their campaign slogan is to scandalize HH. We should not ignore it. So the scandals that Nawakwi is pursuing against HH is their campaign. Have you heard them say anything to campaign in their manifesto? Their manifesto is to attack HH. So we must be ready to counter that. That is their campaign. So if we say let's ignore Nawakwi, we are ignoring their campaign because they are painting in black, red, yellow so that people don't vote for him. He is a thief. He is a tribalist. That is their campaign slogan. So Zambians, we need to wake up and smell the coffee. This is the PF campaign slogan is to scandalize HH, and we have to shoot it down. And lastly is intimidation. This cyber bill is intimidating all Zambians. Now, even on this platform, people don't even comment. What I want to say, to fact check, just to assure Zambians, WhatsApp and Facebook, they are controlled in the United States. And Facebook owns WhatsApp. Why am I saying this? The United States respects the freedom of speech and the privacy. And all the WhatsApp messages, they are encrypted end to end. So the Zambia police or the cyber bill cannot have access to your messages or phone conversation unless they at one time had your phone, confiscated it and scanned it. So people, let's go our business normally. this whole cyber bill, they are intimidating us, and people are even scared to communicate. When the Zambia police or the cyber bill, whatever ZICTA, they don't have access to our information. So this is a rule of intimidation. So I end here. We can start with Morton in 2 minutes. Can you close?
Yeah, my last remarks are that PF is a bad regime. PF want to subrogate our freedoms that we've enjoyed ever since independence. And PF has caused a lot of suffering Pabena Zambia. What is it that the PF hasn't done in 10 years, power, that they are going to do in 5 years when they have messed up everything? President Kalungu and the PF have got no political muscle whereby if you want to win in order. The only remedy to Zambia is President Hakainde Hichilema. That's all. So all of us should make sure that we become campaign managers of President Hakainde Hichilema, and let's make sure that we stand for him and make sure that we stand for Zambia. Thank you so much.
Next, Mr. Monga, you are next. You can wind up. Mr. Monga, 2 minutes, you can wind up.
We need to even talk about how we raise our own domestic resources. So number one of the
Mr. Monga, you are next.
issues that has been testing our ability to raise revenue.
Okay, Edison, you are next.
We spend a huge amount of money importing goods and services. We are
Edison, can you close? Okay, John. John, can you close in a few minutes?
Yes, my closing remarks on this is that I would love to see a Zambia which is a peaceful country. And then let's have a fair playing field. Because if HH has been on the ballot box all this time, why is it that today, when we think, okay, probably, first of all, in the last elections, they were saying you're still a baby. Those were the main reasons why they were saying you shouldn't be on the ballot. But this time around, after all this time, why now do they want him not to be on the ballot box? He's a Zambian. He's a Zambian citizen. If they've got crimes against him, they should have sorted out these things long time ago. And because, for example, if you look at that case of the Karomo farm, the courts threw that case because it was out of time. So that also applies to the cases. If at all there's a case that they want to put on HH, when did those cases take place? Out of time. So let us just have a fair playing field. Let us campaign peacefully. Because there's a Zambia after the elections, let those people, because the other camp has had a very good time in the 10 years they've been in power. They've enjoyed their peace. If I told there were other things they really wanted to do to improve the economy of this country, they could have done it in the last 5 years. It's not their country. It's not our country. It's everybody's country. Everybody has got a piece of the cake. So what we are saying, what we should look at now is that let Zambia have a better economic environment for everybody to strive in. Because at the end of the day, we're not doing good for any individual at all. I think that's what I have to say.
Well, thank you so much, John. I appreciate your contribution and your presence here today. We would like you to bring you on our team. We are just patriotic Zambians. So anyone who's willing, guys, we are just patriotic Zambians. We are speaking for a better Zambia. So John, if you can text us your number so that we can, we can incorporate you to our team. We usually have Zoom meetings.
Count me in that.
Yes, we have. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We have Zoom meetings and we pick trending matters or whatever is happening and we discuss. And the whole point of this discussion is to share information so that the Zambians at large can learn from us and use the information we are sharing here to campaign. As you know, UPND does not have the opportunity of media coverage, but thank God for social media.
Exactly.
We are taking advantage of this to use it as a platform to campaign. Thank you so much. And next, my son, you can
Thank you so much.
Matomola, you are next. You are on mute, volume.
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I just want to say that let's continue speaking. Let's continue speaking, because speaking in itself is action. So the greatest form of action that can ever be there in any given struggle is speaking, voicing out, because there is no war that has ever been held without two people or two countries or groups speaking. People don't just get power before they begin speaking about it. So thank you so much for those that have been following the program, those that have been following the page. We want more to join us in this struggle. Next time when we have got another Zoom, the link will be posted there. You just join the link. We need to have a lot of people discussing. As we compare various institutions like Human Rights Commission and other organizations to begin helping the Hatembos with amnesty. Personally, I've offered myself to be one of the people leading this agenda that these people must be given amnesty. They must be taken to a safer place, because as things stand right now, these people are not safe. They are being used at the altar of political expedience. An elderly person must not be used as a sacrificial ram by selfish politicians. And that is what we must stand against. That is what we must speak against in every day that comes. So I thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone who watched us today. It's a special day. We were able to have our son, Honorable Matomola, live after almost a month since his political persecution. But in closing, we were talking about the Hatembos, should they have political asylum? I just want to emphasize the fact that all of us who watched that video, their blood is going to be on our hands if we don't do anything. That video was a plea for help. Let us try and, extract those people, if possible, take them out of the country. I'm appealing to all the human rights organizations in Zambia and make sure that the Hatembos are safe, and whatever we can do to take them into safety, God will bless us all. Otherwise, thank you guys. Thank you for following Matomola TV. Follow our pages, follow Masinino, follow Matomola, follow Queen Pumi. We are here and we want this page to grow, because as you can see, we don't have media coverage. Our coverage is each other. So the more people we invite to this page, the more we can share information and campaign as we head into this election. So thank you so much and God bless you. We'll see you soon. Otherwise, this page is going to be very busy, guys. It's going to be very busy, so stay tuned. God bless you. Love you guys. Thank you. Bye.
Good night.
Thank you.